Hey traders, what's going on? All right, so the watch list video for Wednesday, um, what is it, April 29th. All right, so all of you who were in chat today know that Wayne broke off and just ran a Zoom room all day for all of our course takers and did a day-long real-time mentoring session. And why do I bring that up? Because I could have told you whatever day he picked that the SPY would look like this, the daily candle of the SPY would look like this on the day he decided to run an all-day mentoring session. Because all kidding aside, the hope is that he gets to play some trades and walk through them and show you where bid support is and show you his thinking and why he's holding some, why he's selling here, and so on. And there weren't a lot. I still heard him walk through a few good trades, but this was one of the worst days ever as far as looking for what we do. You know, we're long bias traders, we're intraday traders, and then you get the whole market gapping up and you switch to 5-minute candles and look what happens. So it gaps up and then just bleeds lower all day, then sideways for a few hours and bleeds lower at the end of the day. I will say this, I heard him, I didn't call this in the chat room, but I heard Wayne say when this started going, it was interesting, but at the same time, it started popping here. This is CREX. And Wayne and I talked about it a little bit. And it just didn't feel right kind of jumping in as a Tokyo style trade right here. Because what happened was the news was released that was the news that made this run earlier. Like it was an official release, but the news was already known earlier, and that's why it ran so hard. But what happened is it just never really looked back. You had this one hiccup here. And I heard Wayne say he might be interested over the half. You know, we love half number inflection points. And plus it had topped out right below the half right there and done a little flag. It had done a little flag there. So I actually took that through the half. I did a limit of 250 and got filled right there. And then there's my sells, 292, 302, 308. That was a nice little afternoon trade. Again, I didn't call this in chat, but I wanted to give thanks to Wayne for, and this is the kind of day it was, you know. I don't know if that was A plus, but at the same time, we were getting close to the end of the day, and I thought if this thing gets near the high of day, shorts are in trouble. And by the way, let me try to figure out. In after hours, this thing went to over $5, which is not uncommon when you have shorts in trouble near the end of the day. So I thought I had a nice trade in it, and it ended up going even during the regular session nicely through 4. And you see my best sell was at 308. So even then, I always say this, even when you have a decent trade, the market will find a way to make you feel like an idiot. When you have a really good day, the market will find a way to make you feel like an idiot. So you got to get used to feeling like an idiot. And I'm pretty good at that part. All right, anyway. One more thing. Let's go back to the SPY. So I could have predicted this candle because it was a mentoring session day. He'll do another one. Everyone loves those. I love listening to Wayne all day. It's fun to hear. He's the best trader I know. It's fun to hear his thoughts and have him walk through stuff as the day's unfolding. Again, it was kind of a lousy day for it, but I'm also going to slide this over because so many people tell me equity curves don't mean anything. And so now I post it as often as I can to piss people off. This is just my April equity curve, not the full year, but it's been doing this all year. And the reason really, almost invariably when I post this, and really I'm posting it more just because I've had some people go off on me for posting the equity curve and say the equity curve means nothing. As a professional day trader, I really can't get my head around that. But it's still interesting, right? It's still interesting to see what people say. So like somebody replied to this, let me try to find it. Somebody replied to this one today. Yeah, but how many trades and what is your win versus loss ratio and percentage wins versus percentage loss? As if they're trying to find a chink in the armor. Like, yeah, this looks good, but what if your losses are bigger than your wins? Well, I hate to break it to you. If your numbers are ugly, your equity curve is ugly. It doesn't work that way. So anyway, I post these to remind people, or especially wannabe day traders, that big wins mean nothing. And you'll see big wins posted all over Twitter every single day. They don't mean anything if you can't hold on to them. You can't make a career out of this if you can't hold on to them. So that's why I'm so proud of this equity curve, all right? Can't be a professional day trader just because you have big wins here and there. You have to be able to hold on to them. The only way to do that is by trading a proven process day in and day out in almost a boring fashion. If you're day trading right, it almost becomes boring, all right? Anyway, that's my little rant for the afternoon. Pretty big list of what I'm watching tomorrow, to be honest with you. INO, normally I might put this on Bounce Play Watch. I think Citron did a hit piece on him, which probably sucked in some shorts. But the real reason it's on watch is because in after hours, They released some news about their phase 1 trial, and I think in the COVID vaccine, if I'm not mistaken. And as I'm talking, it's trading at 1482. So nicely above today's trading, somewhere right around here. That might be a gap play tomorrow that squeezes some shorts. All right, so I want to watch that one. SDC, I think there's a lot of shorts in this one too. Big volume day and went out very close to its highs, which is also about this high back here. Might get a breakout in that one tomorrow above that 7 area. Who knows, right? CREX, that's the definition of extended. But with the crazy move it made today, I'll put it on a chart tomorrow, but really I want to watch it for about the next 5 days. We might get a nice secondary play in it. FFHL, this thing is only trading 151,000 today. That's a thin stock. I just threw it in my notes because it's trading at 336 and after hours. I think they reported. And you see back here what this one can do at times. So FFHL goes on my watch list. NH, this is a nice looking chart in that. Big volume back here. Then it put in a lower high. Looked like it was rolling over. Next thing you know, it's taken out that lower high and pretty close to the high of the day that it had that big volume spike. What's weird about it is even this decent size move today happened on 701,000 shares. So in a lot of ways, it feels like nobody's watching this thing. But the chart's interesting enough that I'm going to throw it on a chart for tomorrow. UAVS, this one's, again, kind of a loose stock, but had a big day yesterday, quiet inside day today. I'm going to watch it. I'm not in love with that one. Tilray, I put in my notes just to watch for it. You know, you had the kind of attempted breakout here, intraday reversal yesterday, red day today. But overall, you could argue it's forming a bit of a cup and handle. So I do have it on watch. That's TLRY. CVET, nice pop yesterday. Quiet inside day today that stayed in the upper half of yesterday's range. Sometimes you get a nice third day play is what I call them on those. So that goes on watch. Tesla, looks like it briefly broke yesterday's high this morning, but was really weak all day. But it's been so strong lately that if we get an A+ intraday setup, we might get another squeeze. And we've got the benefit of having Wayne in the chat room, who I call the Tesla Whisperer. So if he sees something, I'm trading it. Beyond Meat, BYND, really nice run back here. Nasty, bearish, engulfing candle yesterday. A little bit of a quiet day today. If we get kind of an afternoon opening range breakout in this one tomorrow, you might get another little mini squeeze on it. So I'm going to watch that one. MBOT, massive day. 2 days lower on declining volume. Certainly worth watching. GLOG, nice pop back here. A little over a week ago, topped out at 547. Kind of round tripped, and then another nice volume today, topped out at 489. This one's interesting. I'm going to see if we get an A+ setup in it. Whoops, just did that one. Overstock. Gapped up a little bit today, sold off, and then ends up going out near its highs. It's, you know, that's not a great, this kind of action isn't a great day trading action, but it is interesting that it keeps finding its way back up to the highs. We might just get some kind of wicked short squeeze one of these days because it just keeps grinding higher, and I know there's a lot of shorts in it. Maybe the pain gets to be too much and we get a squeeze in it, so that one goes on watch. Couple more. HOG, H-O-G, which is Harley Davidson. Big volume day today and trying to break above this recent high from a couple weeks ago. Nice call by Wayne today on this little kind of cup and handle break. He traded it better than I did. I think I made $80 in it. But anyway, well, it definitely goes on watch tomorrow. And not to be confused with HOG, HOV, which is a home builder. And must have done some reverse splits along the way because I thought I remembered this thing like having a really big float. But maybe my memory fails me too. So because it says 4.8 million in the float. I don't know if that's true. That's on finviz.com. But the home builders are holding up pretty well. And maybe that's because interest rates are so low right now. All right, so this one's interesting. It bumped its head on this $12 area a few times. Tried to peek through it today, went to $12.24, but nice volume for this stock. Maybe we break out of this little island tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on all the home builders, and if they make a move, I like the looks of this HOV. We will also add gappers to this monstrous list in the morning. Should be plenty to trade tomorrow, and after a boring day like today, maybe tomorrow, we get right back on the horse and get some really nice trades. Teamwork was great today on a dead day, though, so let's keep that going, and we'll see you in chat in the morning.